Hey there, hi there, ho there, everybody. I'm going to do an experiment. I'm not going to boil this stuff because you see a lot of people will boil this, and when you boil sugar or heat up sugar, it turns brown and stuff. I'm thinking I bought a bunch of different ones. Well, just the main ones that everybody knows, and this is made by Coke. I thought 7-Up was made by Pepsi. No, it's its own company, I guess. So anyway, all right, if I'm wrong, let me know in the comment section below. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this glass here, and I'm going to fill them all up the same amount, and I'm going to let it dehydrate by itself, whatever, just let the water dehydrate out of it and see what I get left. I don't know how long it's going to take either. You got to figure, this is about 16 ounces. I'll put about 15 ounces in that dang thing, and we'll see what we get when I, how long it takes to dehydrate it, see if it turns a different color or what. I don't know what's going to happen. It might get moldy. I might freaking, I don't know. So let's get cracking. I'll fill these bottles up, or I'll fill these glasses up, and I'll put them somewhere and let them dehydrate. I will see you in the future. All right, it's been 2 weeks, and you can see it started up at the top of the bottom of the words right here. And you can see the pilot light is warm, is keeping it warm, so it's helping it evaporate. And it seems a little thicker. They seem a little bit thicker, naturally. So we're going to go back in 2 more weeks and see what we get. I should put a mark on there with the thing, a marker, and then come back and see how far it dropped in a week or two. Well, here we are 3 weeks later. You can see how far the Sprite went down. And then the Pepsi got a little bit of mold growing on it. The Coke has a small spot of mold on it, and the 7-Up. So they're all dehydrating about the same, but they're really thick. They are so thick. So it's been 3 weeks. So we'll see you in another week or two. All right, everybody. It's been a month and 5 days since we started this, and you can see how far it got down. And look how thick it is. Look how thick that is. That's just so thick. And now that I didn't heat, now if I would have put Sprite in a pan and boiled the water out of it, would it turn this color? This is still, I pulled that piece of mold out of the Coke. I think it was the Coke or the Pepsi. One of them had a big mold spot. I pulled it out of there, and the other one, whatever had a little mold spot, went away. I don't know where it went. I didn't eat it, but you can see what this stuff is really, really thick. Look, get a good close-up of that. That's all basically sugar. And I am going to taste them. And I was surprised. I thought that would have, well, it's the caramel color in it. That's why it's that color. Now, if I would have boiled these, would it turn that color? I don't know. But let's taste it. Let's see if it tastes like Sprite. Sprite and 7-Up are almost the same thing. Let me see something. Let me try it out. Ew. Not really. I'm trying to think. Sprite, and then I taste a lot of sweet. I taste a lot of sweet in it. I don't think I can taste it in there. I don't know. Let's do the 7-Up. Let's do the 7-Up. Let's try that out. It's like the same stuff. It's like almost the same flavor is that. And we'll try this moldy Pepsi and get a piece of nut mold on it. I don't know. There's no mold in it, but at one time there was. Let's see if this tastes like Pepsi. Yeah, it does, but yeah, not good. Yeah, not good. Let's try the Coke. Yeah, this might kill me. Yeah, it pretty much tastes the same. Just slightly different. But still, it's a pretty good experiment. Took a month. Look how thick that is. It's running down, running down, running down. That's pretty dang thick. Now, is this thicker? I think this is thinner. I think the Pepsi is actually thinner than the Coke. Let's do these two at the same time, see what happens. The Sprite is thinner, yeah. So the Sprite is thinner. And I wonder if the Coke is a Sprite product and the 7-Up is a Pepsi product. Hell, I don't know. But there you go. That was a pretty interesting experiment. I don't know how much more I could have went in there. I think that's just all freaking sugar. Now, if I pour that in a pan and heat it up, will it turn brown? It probably will, because sugar will caramelize naturally. And my mom used to do this for us growing up. She would take sugar and butter and pour it in a pan. And you can do this. You can make like hillbilly suckers, you can call them. And she would melt it real slow. Don't turn the heat on really high, but just melt it really slow. Keep stirring it, mix until it turns to a liquid brown color. And don't burn it. And then you just get some on a spoon and take it, like scoop it up on a spoon and twist it. And as you twist it, it will cool. And take it over to the sink and put it underneath cold water, and it'll solidify. It'll get real hard. And do that with a couple of them. And then she would take a pie pan and she would grease it with butter and pour the rest in the pie pan and let that cool and put water in it, and it'll cool it. And then she would smack it and break it into pieces. It was like you could put peanuts or whatever in there as like peanut brittle. But she would just break it. That's all it basically is sugar candy. And you would take the spoon when it was cooled off and you would suck on that. It was like a sucker. And essentially, it was like a cheap sucker. Cheap candy. And I'm sure I could do it with this. You know, but that's almost black. You can't see through it. Let's do that test again. But on a different, like if I hold them both at the same time, see which one's going to fall faster. Yeah, the Pepsi. The Pepsi's quicker. So, there you go. It took a month to do this stupid test to see what would happen. Will this turn color, that turn clear? I don't know. It's just a stupid thing I would do. Okay, thanks for watching. All right, before I go, I was in the kitchen. I was rinsing them out, and I was like, you know what? By filling up with water, let's fill it up with water, mix it back up, and taste it to see if it tastes like Pepsi or Coke and all that other crap. So I'm gonna mix the hell out of it. Yeah, that's. I used warm water, so this ain't gonna skew the results. Just having a little bit on here, so there we go. Plus, it'll be easier to clean out. Yeah, that stuff is thick. There we go. It looks like Pepsi, just flat as hell. There we go. That. Wow. I'm being a slob about it. There you go. The guy at work, Rick at work, was telling me that there was a guy at his church that followed me on my walking stick channel or on this channel. I don't know which one it is, but he came in with a walking stick that he made, and he checked out my I don't have a walking stick channel anymore, but I post up walking sticks that I made on this channel every once in a while. And I guess he went to Lowe's or Home Depot and bought a stick and carved it out, and I thought that was pretty cool. I was like, oh, cool. All right, now for the big test. Coke, see what it tastes like. Nope. Not much anything. Tastes like flat ass Coke. All right. That tasted moldy. Oh. It tasted slightly like Pepsi. That didn't taste like Coke at all. 7 Up. No. Slightly. But what I should have did was, no, that's about as far as I had it before when I first originally filled them up. The Sprite. Very little. Very little. Okay, now that is over. Now I can say, thanks for watching.